Actor Ray Liotta, arguably known best for his role as Henry Hill in Martin Scorsese's classic crime film Goodfellas, has passed away at age 67. Liotta reportedly died in his sleep while filming his latest movie, Dangerous Waters, in the Dominican Republic. Liotta isn't the only Goodfellas actor who has died. Quite a few of the iconic film's cast are sadly no longer with us. In this video, we'll be covering all the Goodfellas cast deaths while taking some time to celebrate their lives and accomplishments. Liotta's portrayal of Henry Hill was powerful. He deserved every bit of recognition he received, but Goodfellas was only one of many films and TV shows he appeared in. In 1989, he played Shoeless Joe Jackson in Field of Dreams. In '86, he received a Golden Globe nomination for his performance as Ray Sinclair in Something Wild. A few of his other notable films include 2001's Hannibal, 2002's John Q, 2012's Killing Them Softly, and 2019's Marriage Story. From 2016 to 2018, he appeared on the television drama Shades of Blue, and in 2002 he voiced another Italian-American gangster, Tommy Vercetti, in the Rockstar Games open-world action-adventure video game Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Liotta is survived by his fiancée JC Nittolo and his daughter Carson, whom he had with his ex-wife Michelle Grace. Frank Dileo. Known for his prominent role in the music industry, Frank Dileo worked as an executive at Epic Records and served as Michael Jackson's manager. Dileo held this position for about 5 years after the release of Jackson's Thriller album and worked with him again, albeit briefly, right before his death in 2009. During his tenure as Jackson's manager, Dileo produced several of the singer's short films and music videos, including Speed Demon, Bad, Leave Me Alone, History, and Moonwalker. Dileo was on the set of Jackson's famed Bad video, which was directed by Martin Scorsese. While filming the video, the two formed a working relationship which inevitably led to Dileo being cast in Goodfellas as Paul Cicero's brother, Tuddy. Dileo's role in the movie wasn't a big one, but it was pivotal. Tuddy served as Henry's mentor early on in the film, and at one point he scolded the up-and-coming gangster for using his clean aprons while trying to help a wounded man. Later on, Tuddy shot Tommy in retribution for the murder of Billy Batts. Post-Goodfellas, Dileo made appearances in several notable films, including Wayne's World and its sequel. In both films, he played the character Frankie Mr. Big Sharp. In 1995, he appeared in the crime drama Kiss of Death. Dileo died at age 63 on August 24, 2011, after suffering adverse complications following heart surgery. Frank Vincent. Vincent only appeared in Goodfellas for a few minutes, but they were crucial ones. He played gangster Billy Batts, who memorably scolded Tommy for not showing him the respect he thought he was owed. After telling Tommy to go home and get his effing shine box, Tommy and Jimmy beat Batts to death at Henry's bar. Seeing as how Batts was a made man who worked for the Gambinos, there were serious repercussions for his murder. Eventually, Tommy got himself killed thanks to his actions, and ultimately Billy's death led to the downfall of the Lucchese crime syndicate family. Including Goodfellas, Vincent appeared in a total of 90 films. Most notable of these included Raging Bull, Casino, Jungle Fever, and Do the Right Thing. Vincent, like Liotta, also voiced the character Salvatore Leone in 3 of the Grand Theft Auto video games. Perhaps his most notable post-Goodfellas role was mob boss Phil Leotardo on The Sopranos, in which he appeared in 38 episodes. Vincent died of complications of heart surgery September 13, 2017, at age 80. Before we tell you more about the cast members of Goodfellas who have died, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Facts Verse if you haven't already. Chuck Lowe. This former real estate developer met actor Robert De Niro in the 70s. Robert was one of Chuck's tenants at the time, and the two quickly struck up a friendship. Being friends with a high-profile actor obviously comes with a few perks, as De Niro has secured parts for several of his buddies in movies like The King of Comedy, The Mission, Once Upon a Time in America, and Goodfellas. For the latter, De Niro hooked Lowe up with the role of wig shop owner and gangster Maury Kessler. His most memorable scene involved his character getting choked out by De Niro's Jimmy Conway after refusing to pay back a debt. Lowe appeared periodically throughout the movie, frequently alongside his friend Robert. His character met a rather brutal end following the Lufthansa heist scene when he began demanding the money Jimmy owed him. Maury died at the hands of Tommy, who stabbed him in the back of the head. After Goodfellas, Lowe appeared in several De Niro-led movies like Night in the City, Sleepers, and Mistress. Later, he appeared in the TV mafia drama series The Sopranos before passing away of natural causes at age 89 in 2017. Henny Youngman. Youngman was not only an actor but also a famed violinist and comedian. As a comic, he earned the reputation for being the king of one-liners. Throughout his 7-decade-spanning career, Youngman appeared in films like Nashville Rebel and The Great Masquerade. He also got a chance to deliver a few jokes on the Mary Tyler Moore Hour, enjoyed a stint on Adam West's Batman series, and played a Roman chemist in Mel Brooks's History of the World Part 1. In Goodfellas, the talented comic played himself in the unforgettable 3-minute tracking shot scene in which Henry Hill guides his girlfriend Karen through a busy nightclub before finally arriving at a table in the front row just in time to see Youngman's stand-up routine. Youngman died at age 91 from complications of the flu on February 24, 1998. Gina Mastrogiacomo. Mastrogiacomo played one of Henry's mistresses, Janice Rossi. She's introduced in the film about halfway through, immediately after Billy Bat's gruesome death scene. At that point in the movie, Henry and his partners, Tommy and Jimmy, were still living it up, spending their evenings on the town surrounded by a flock of women. Naturally, that kind of thing didn't sit well with Henry Hill's wife, Karen, and at one point she paid a visit to Janice's apartment to threaten to tell everyone in the complex about her cheating ways. Not surprisingly, Janice, not wanting to face Karen's wrath, exited the picture. Following Goodfellas, Mastrogiacomo appeared in films like Jungle Fever and The Naked Gun 2.5. On TV, she guest starred on shows like Seinfeld, The X-Files, and ER. Sadly, Mastrogiacomo was one of the youngest cast members to pass away. She died May 2, 2001, at age 39, after coming down with a rare bacterial heart infection. Martin Scorsese's mother and father. Scorsese's mother, Catherine Scorsese, who played Tommy's mother in a brief but memorable scene in the film, died of Alzheimer's disease in 1997 at age 84. Catherine made cameos in nearly all of her son's films. Luciano Charles Scorsese, Catherine's husband, likewise appeared in several of Martin's movies, including Raging Bull, After Hours, Taxi Driver, and The King of Comedy. In Goodfellas, Luciano made a cameo as Vinny, a man who made spaghetti sauce for Henry and Paul's boys in prison. Henry thought Vinny used too many onions, but maintained it was still some pretty good sauce. Luciano died after battling a long illness on August 23, 1993. He was 80. A few other Goodfellas cast members have passed away in the 32 years since the film's release. John Cha-Cha Charcia was an extra who played a member of Billy Bat's crew. He died in 2015 at 75 after battling a short illness. Frank Albanese played a mob lawyer who defended a young Henry Hill after getting in trouble for selling cigarettes with Tommy early on in the film. Albanese died at age 84 in 2014. Frank Adonis played a relatively minor character named Anthony Stabile. He died at the age of 83 in 2018. Frank Pellegrino played gangster Johnny Dio. He died from lung cancer at age 72 in 2017. Now it's time to hear from you. Who was your favorite character from Goodfellas? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.